Reddit hates Asmongold. What is all this? This is crazy. I go inside and I walk in and I look around. I don't know where the fuck I am. The people, there are 2 receptionists there. They were like, oh fuck, oh fuck. All right. And then I come in there and I'm like, okay, do you guys have a bathroom? And they're like, sir, you know, are you a resident here? And I'm like, no, I'm waiting to see somebody. She's like, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's down there, it's over there, and so go over the bathroom, go over there. And I'm like, okay, sure. And so I use the bathroom, everything's fine. I walk outside because I want them to see me. Within 30 seconds of me walking outside, the employee is, he f***ing locks the door. What is this hair? They're like, all right, quick, he got out.
Hello, internet. So, because you guys loved my Wendigoon videos so much, I thought I would do a little bit more of a controversial creator today, and that is going to be Asmongold. Now, a quick disclaimer, I actually really do like Asmongold, and here's why. He has a chat that will both agree with him and fight him on pretty much every opinion he has. That
is so true. Oh god, that's so true. Holy fuck. Yep.
Asmongold's chat in a lot of ways is the exact opposite of an echo chamber. And honestly, it's really similar to my Discord. I have a political compass channel, and it is like a 65-35 for either being center right or center left.
Well, I let a lot of people have, I let people have opinions as long as they're not like something that's bannable, right?
I actually don't have anyone who's too crazy out there. Now, of course, people post their meme results or whatever, but that is what I really like to see, not according to Reddit though. But anyway, already starting this video out a little controversial, I know. It becomes a little difficult to like people who are as popular as he is and does the content that he does without getting a good mix. But I mean, the Kamala Harris and Trump debate, he did a poll at the end and it was like pretty much 50-50. And of course in the...
was it? Yeah, you know what? I think it kind of was. Now that I think back on it, it was somewhere around
like
there,
JD Vance debate, it was 90-10, I think, for Vance. But even people like...
JD blew him the fuck out. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, he totally did.
Like Pirate Software have a favorable opinion of him. Like I said, I like entertainers pretty much at the end of the day above all.
Yeah.
And him and especially his chat are quite entertaining to watch. But anyway, before we begin, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Truly Based Discord, and I'm going to link my subreddit down in the description also from now on. And if you like my channel and like what I do here, please consider donating me a coffee on either my Patreon or YouTube membership, and I will shout your name at the end of every single video till the end of time. Now, on to the post. Now, if you didn't think Reddit was bad enough, we are going to one of these cesspools of Reddit itself. Fucking r/Hassan Piker. And I've actually...
What I find to be really funny about this is that I've watched Hassan's stream, and basically everybody that's banned in Hassan's stream comes to my stream to complain about Hassan. And I think that there's a lot of people that go from my stream and they get banned in my stream, and then they go can't complain about me and Hassan's stream. It's insane.
Never been here. 150k comrades and 109 Marxist chads. Holy shit, dude. Hassan Piker is the fucking CEO of Kool-Aid. Saved clips of Asmongold being a racist, demonetizing piece of shit in case they are deleted. But unlike Asmongold, I'm not going to apologize for saying it. The culture in the Middle East is very...
Oh, jeez. If I am not getting in trouble for this again. We're moving on.
Who live in that region. And I do think that most of the time, a lot of great and innocent people just find themselves in the wrong environment and are practically forced to have a lot of immoral ideas. So no, I don't hate Muslims or Arabs, as I look at everybody individually, but like I said, I do notice a pattern. Their governments have perpetuated such an awful system, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon, unfortunately. But I wish them the best, inshallah, brother. And the most ironic...
Seems like Saudi Arabia actually is changing a lot of shit. But
part about them calling Asmongold racist is if I ask like pretty much any Hassan Piker gooner what their thoughts are about Jewish people, I am sure I would get some pretty racy answers, let's just say. Every day gets more right wing. And what's funny is, if you actually watch Asmongold, which I know none of these people do, I would consider him actually a little bit more left wing than anything. He is a professional fence sitter, but when it comes to like
let me address this criticism, okay? About being a professional fence sitter. Maybe it's not worth it to jump off on one side of things if the argument for it isn't good enough. Maybe you don't need to do that. You don't need to align yourself and have a strong opinion on every single issue and get angry and super emotional and vitriolic about every single issue. It's not mandatory, it's not necessary, and I don't think it's healthy either. I think that I have a lot of very strong opinions on tons of things. The people that call me a fence sitter are mad because I'm not agreeing with them.
Actual policy, I would say he's pretty left-wing, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane. OMFG. These people are not like us. Inferior culture, immoral culture. This is racism 101, like holy fucking shit. Nah, bro, this is observation 101. Let's be honest.
This was all the other
Asmongold,
shit.
Peak culture, ignore the cockroaches, garbage food, no water, bleeding gums, anti-woke games, terminal...
I drink water every day. Also, if you go and you look at a Dr. Pepper can, the first fucking ingredient is carbonated water. It's just bullshit. It's more fucking bullshit.
Online, no humanity or empathy.
Oh, that part.
Yes,
is true.
please draw more demonetization cultural axis. What a brain dead take. Now, this is such a stupid fucking argument. You can't criticize how one person who is quite extreme lives and say that this is the culture that they represent. Now, Based, isn't that what you're doing? Nah, bro, I don't follow a book whose main character's second wife is 6 years old. Sorry. We are not the same. Asmongold's culture is living under cockroaches, mold, and misogyny. I have a feeling he would be in opposition to preemptively killing him for having Al-Qaeda primitive culture. What the fuck is this? He's making an excellent...
Al-Qaeda. That's the idea that basically there's a bunch of rednecks that think the exact same as the Taliban, but they hate the Taliban.
Case for the inferiority of American culture.
Yeah.
See, I don't really understand this.
Yeah, I know
either
what that
because
is.
He doesn't overspend. In fact, he doesn't flaunt his wealth in any way whatsoever.
Oh, really?
All he does is make his money and keeps to himself. And yeah, you may not like his opinions, but he doesn't try to stop you from having your opinions, which is something that absolutely can't be said for things like Sharia law. Isn't this the guy that gets mad about gay people in video games? Yeah, no, like, none of these people watch his content, and they never will.
Well, they've seen a few clips, right? They've seen a few clips, and this is usually what people do, and I see this happen. This happens to me a lot, is that people will oversimplify what I say and then turn it into, like, something that sounds stupid, and then make it out like that's what my intention was to begin with. Like, that's... I feel like it's very, very common that people do that. Short, out of context clips. Yeah, exactly.
So they're just gonna believe whatever they want to believe. Shooting illegals is based. Asmongold. I remember watching this video. I actually really liked it. TLDR, Asmongold agrees with everything the politician said, including that some cultures don't mix part. He also calls not shooting them a privileged opinion. I don't understand why this is such a controversial opinion. No shit that some cultures just don't mix. If one culture believes it's okay to marry off 13-year-olds and another one doesn't, one side is gonna have to fold. Assimilation is necessary regardless of where you go. But at the very least, you have to pretend to so you don't get arrested or something. And I agree with this too, because you don't know who's coming into your country. They could be a terrorist and be...
I don't know. Like, I think that there's a lot of, like, and this is what happens, and it's happening right now with, like, the immigration thing, is that there's a lot of emotional blackmail that happens that's related to the immigration topic, where, like, they'll post pictures of, like, people crying, and this is supposed to be, like, an argument to, like, let illegal immigration happen. I think it's super, super common. And I think the problem is that there's enough people that get swayed. Weaponized empathy. Yeah, I think it's super weaponized empathy. Like, massively. And it's been happening already, right? I mean, and you can see it, like, I could just pull it up real quick and find it. Because I pulled up some comments that I was going to look at about this myself. And let me see if I can find it real quick. Fuck, where'd it go? I think I scrolled down too much. That's how people trick people? Yeah. Where is it here? Fuck. Maybe I didn't find it. Yeah, basically, oh no, he's crying, quick burn the Constitution. Yeah, there we go. And I think that's what happens, is that people try to turn things into being like emotional. Oh, okay, that's something else. And people try to turn things into being emotional so that you don't have people thinking about it logically or like rationally. Because like, yeah, obviously like with any policy like that, there's going to be bad outcomes, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Because you decided, oh, it's more morally right to let them in, and they go fucking kill a bunch of people. Well, I guess as long as it
and
isn't
I think
you,
that's the reason why that you have so many people that hyper focus on these like illegals that kill people. Because obviously, I mean, like if there's a lot of illegal immigrants, there's going to be some that kill people, right? Is that you're basically fighting fire with fire, because like the emotion of, well, let them in, they're suffering, is like you can counteract that because it's like a moral argument. And you can counteract that with a moral argument of, well, they're hurting people whenever they get let in. Do you see kind of what I'm saying? And so, but like to me, I don't really think that there's a lot of them they're killing people. Like it's probably like super, super, super fucking uncommon. But of course it happens.
It's all good, right? Get the fuck out of here. The quintessential conservative NEET who laughed at cops beating up student protesters is also a racist piece of shit. I'm shocked. Hasn't Hassan literally streamed laughing at fucking cops randomly dying to people who were obviously bad? No abuse of power or anything, just...
I feel bad because, like, the truth is, and this might get people upset, is that I think Hassan is also a victim of what I'm a victim of a lot. Where, like, people will take things that Hassan says out of context and then act like that's what he said. And so, like, I try to be honest and fair. No, yeah, but I guarantee you, if people... What I'm saying, okay, all right, I'm never going to get through to you guys. That's my viewpoint. That's how I feel about it. Okay? There's a degree of solidarity there because I'm like, oh, this is happening to him. Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Getting shot out of nowhere? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Asmongold's latest politics arc really is a major loss for the culture. Loss for the culture. All right, comrades and Marxist chats. As a former trade worker, I can't tell you how many normies listen to this man. His...
Yeah? Is that right? There's a lot of them, huh? Wow.
reach is huge. I genuinely don't think he started all this with bad intentions, but this right-wing racist turn he's taking is going to further indoctrinate thousands. Holy shit, this guy is saying this on the r/Hassan Piker subreddit. We have lost any and all self-awareness. The incel Gamergate crowd has been growing in Asmon's subreddit for years. It's a shame all these insecure men found comfort in that dirty gremlin.
Well, the reason why a lot of people do is because they can relate to me and they agree with what I'm saying. It's really that simple. I don't even think that a lot of people relate to the way that I live. And I think that that actually is a way that kind of, because I don't know, like, what's the word for this? I live a very eccentric life. Maybe that's the word. People always want to turn it into like something else. But the fact is that, and it makes it to where like people just listen to what I'm saying rather than, you know, like kind of like who I am in a way. And, I do think that a lot of people pay attention to it. Absolutely, they do. Yeah, humble life. Yeah, exactly. And also, you can only call people incels and gamergaters and all this stuff for a certain amount of time until people stop taking it seriously. And I think that's what's happened.
So Asmongold shits on incels all the time. What the fuck are you talking about? He is not their friend. Imagine thinking that Asmon, who hasn't showered in years and lives in filth, is the superior race. Did he say this? I don't think he has ever said this before. Here's a plot twist. Asmongold pushing back against racism. What a plot twist. 2.2k upvotes. Oh, and we're back on YouTube drama again,
oh my
by the way.
God.
I am saving r/Hassan Piker for another day. But anyway, on to the comments. Gotta be honest, this made me laugh pretty hard. What is it? Ain't no way Broke making a comment of racism after what just happened. Wouldn't that make me an expert? See,
this is one thing people need to fucking realize. I know every fucking racial slur. I've been on 4chan for 20 years. I am an expert in this. I know this better than almost fucking anybody. That's why people get banned for stuff in my chat that nobody else notices except me. And maybe 2 or 3 other people. That's it. Yeah, I played Halo 2, if you don't believe me. And so anyway, I know it's better than anybody watching too much Trump. Well, okay, all right. There are some people that are as much as me. But in general, yeah, I think that I call this stuff out sometimes too. And how are you okay with being on 4chan that long? That's like radiation poisoning? Well, I don't know. I mean, I can read something and it doesn't immediately brainwash me. Definitely. You know the arcane lore of racism? Yes. I know a lot of these things.
This is why I fucking love him. Holy shit. You gotta respect the realism, especially compared to, like, Hassan Piker, who's a fucking, what is it, a wine socialist? What's the word? The multimillionaire socialists always make me laugh.
Yeah.
The mold toxicity is starting to clear, I see. Asmongold apologized on his channel, then immediately backtracked on his Reddit community. The vibes and feel of the stream recently has been a lot more tense, and a lot of that is my fault. If you think that means my first stream back is going to be playing Dustborn and promoting Sweet Baby, I think you'll be very disappointed. I'm not changing anything other than trying to be more
Were you there for the awful boxy times? Yeah, I was.
And yeah, he definitely...
That was when I first started going on 4chan. And like for me, I feel like I've tried to change a little bit of the stream, but like it's hard to kind of go along and change things a lot because it is kind of like I do have like a super abrasive personality.
Phrase that rambling that we talked about in the beginning better.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, he talks like 10 hours a day, every single day. You're not always going to say what you actually think or believe correctly every single time.
Yeah.
Especially not in a, what is it, like a 1 minute clip. Don't worry, I'll react to...
So audience capture at the worst? Terrible? I don't think that I'm audience captured really at all. The fact is that, like, I actively go against my audience all the time. And if you go and you look at videos that I've made, I think that you don't really have to scroll down very far to find a video that I uploaded that a tremendous amount of people disagree with me on. Like, for example, there were a lot of people who were unhappy that... Yeah, you just did, right? With the January 6th things, obviously, like that's one example. And like the pirate software thing, like I didn't agree with a lot of the hate. I also like I'm trying to think if there's one more that I'm thinking of. I just can't think of it right off the top of my head. But yeah, there's like one other thing. But yeah, people disagree with the Elon thing. Yeah, people wanted me to get like more mad at Elon. I didn't do that. And so like those are like some examples. And it happens a lot.
A DEI equals DIE gaming video first day back on the stream. How does this have anything to do with the controversy, though? It wasn't about DEI or anything.
No.
It was about the Palestine-Israel conflict. Don't worry, I'll steal the content of someone who actually creates the thing you enjoy first thing when I come back.
That's what I'm
For
doing
real,
right
React
now.
streamers are a fucking scourge. It's kind of fucked up that Asmongold and Hassan can just upload a reaction to full video and get all ad revenue. And if the original reactor strikes them, then they are the bad guys somehow, not the person who stole the entire video.
By the way, that's not even true. There have been a lot of people who have asked us to like not upload videos because they're like, oh, this video doesn't like, we don't want to have like re-uploads or like we don't want reacts or whatever for like, and there could be like 10 or 20 different reasons for that. And we don't like, I don't make that public. I don't say, oh, it was this person for this reason. No. Yeah, we have a list of creators. Yeah, exactly. Like if people don't like it, then that's fine.
I know there are a lot of lazy people, especially in shorts. Holy shit, it's so bad in shorts where they just stare and like laugh.
I always thought that like, so with React content, this is something that like never really made sense to me, is that I don't understand how React content is that much different than playing a video game. So like if people make the argument that watching a React video is profiting off of somebody else's work, then you would also conversely have to accept that making a video about a video game would also be profiting off of another person's work, logically, right? And so how is it that video game streams are somehow good, but React streams to videos are bad? Because also, if you act as like, okay, well, a React video acts as like a market replacement to something else. Well, if a React video acts as a market replacement, then what about people that watch single-player game playthroughs and they don't buy the game? I think that how many of you guys have watched a playthrough of a game, or you've watched a game instead of playing it or buying it yourself? Yeah, I don't understand the logic there. I'm not getting it.
A second at the video or whatever. But
somebody says because you're more lazy when you just react as opposed to actually doing something. Are we at the point now where we're trying to pretend that actually doing something is playing a video game? Like that playing a video game is a higher form of existence than just talking? Like, I can't believe this. Like, how are we really, like, are we really thinking this way? Come on. What are we doing?
Especially
what are we doing here, boys?
He turns a 20-minute video into
what are we
a 60-minute video. And honestly, I wish he would react to some of my content. You know how much exposure that would get me? That'd be fucking awesome.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I guess it really just depends on the perspective you have from it. But I think Asmongold is one of the least problematic when it comes to stealing content because him and his chat talk about the topic so much that it's basically 2 extra videos on top of the original one. But I definitely see where they're coming from. And yeah, it is a big issue on YouTube. Asmongold used the R slur in a recent video title. Twitter is actually retarded. Man.
Oh my god. Are we really doing this? It's not 2020. It's not 2021 anymore. People are not people are tired of pretending like they give a fuck about this. Nobody actually cares. Just stop it. Just fucking stop it. It's so annoying and embarrassing. Like, I never cared. Yeah, people are so sensitive. Well, here's what I think is stupid. I think that, like, moron also, like, retarded is not anything that's special. Like, calling somebody neurodivergent, calling someone Asperger's, or calling someone autistic, or calling someone a moron. Like moron used to be a term, or idiot was also a medical distinction. So, like, how is retard logically worse than these other words? Because if you're using a person's intelligence as an insult, you would, like, logically calling somebody a schizo would be equivalent to calling them retarded. Because you're using a medical condition or a mental condition as an insult. And so, like, how is it okay that you can call people schizos or crazy, but you can't call them retarded? There's no thinking to it at all. It's low IQ. Yeah, or saying somebody's low IQ. Yeah, fucking exactly. It's all, and that's just, again, this is the kind of stuff that gets me in trouble. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I need to do that. Are we supposed to be shocked? Nope, just reporting the news of this bigot's actions. It isn't news people still use ableist slurs. I'm going to go on a limb and say that most people don't hold them to the same standard as racial slurs. That is to say, you're much more likely to see them come up in conversation than a racial slur, speaking from experience. As you guys
depends
know,
on where you live.
I say retard all the time, so I couldn't give less of a shit. And I think it's one of those words that transcends its meaning. As in, people don't actually think of, like, autistic people or mentally handicapped people when they say it. It's just another word for stupid, you know? But maybe I'm just a retard. This guy unironically said that Metal Gear has never been political and is pissed
No! Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Is this 200 updates? How does this get 200 updates? What is this?
People still remember what the games are about. I'd be shocked if he wasn't ableist. A game about shadow government playing democracy and a group of veteran soldiers opposed to the institutions that left them scarred is political. Now, I think people start to become very reductive when they start saying things like, everything is political, or this game is political and it wasn't a problem in the past. But I think the true issue is how lazy it's become. And the older
people don't have a problem with politics in games. People have a problem and politics don't need to be in games, and they're put in there anyway. And also, there's a lot of cases where the truth is that the reason why people have a problem with politics in games is that they don't like the politics that game is trying to push. Like, people don't have the same viewpoint. Like, for example, Metal Gear Solid was a criticism on the military-industrial complex, obviously. And I think that it came out during the Iraq and Afghanistan war. So, like, you had, like, this very, very clear, you know, juxtaposition of, like, this show, or sorry, this game, and then also real life as it's happening in this exact moment. And that's why I think it's a big reason. It was a multiplier for why I think Metal Gear Solid was so popular. It's because people could draw those connections. Like, the timing for it was perfect. And so the reason why it worked, and the reason why a lot of other things that are, like, you know, you could say political in nature work, is because they don't have a contemporary message, and their message is much more long-term. And so, like, for example, like the messaging of something like Lord of the Rings with, like, heroism and, you know, like duty, brotherhood, etc. This is going to have a longer term of, like, expectation. People are going to understand that in a better way than, like, a gender viewpoint, right? Or something like that, because that's not something that people have been thinking about for thousands of years. And so that's the big issue. And so the problem isn't really that politics are in video games. The problem is that people are putting unpopular politics in video games and then trying to say it's all the same.
Games that did make critiques or satire about the issue at the time didn't put that above the actual gameplay itself. And a lot of times the critiques were actually multifaceted and interesting versus what we have today, where we have to make characters ugly because it would make some people feel bad. H-Bomber Guy makes fun of Asmongold finding a KFC receipt from 2008 and using it as a reason to be political. This is a receipt from when I went to KFC in 2008. If Kamala really cares about me, what is she doing to bring back these prices? Holy shit. These are some...
Do you want to know the reason why I made this post? The reason why I made this post is because Nick had made a post. He took a sponsor from Kamala Harris, the campaign, and everybody was cooking him in the comments. And so I made this post because I thought it would take some of the heat off of Nick, and it would just be funny, and it would distract people, so my friend didn't get as much hate. It's basically like a challenging shout. And people actually thought that if Kamala really cares about me, what is she doing to bring back these prices? And I'm showing a KFC receipt from 2008. If you actually think that I was being... I don't know what to say.
good ass prices, but I
really
think this
don't.
is a joke. This is a joke.
Yeah.
How can you not see this as a joke? It looks like Redditors are discovering the internet. 13K upvotes. He neglected to clean his room for at least 16 years. Damn right, baby. But this is kind of crazy.
20.
See, because if I neglect to clean my room for 16 hours, it starts to become a fucking rat sty. He said he used a dead rat cooking in the sunlight on his windowsills as an alarm clock. Now,
Why does everybody get it wrong? Everybody gets it wrong. It was never on the windowsill. I would have been able to find it.
Gonna be honest, guys. I think he is embellishing this story quite a bit. I know, a crazy thought. But just the idea of it is funny enough on its own and quite poetic if you ask me. Never forget Mudahar's statement on Asmongold's house. It's not a crack house, it's a crack home.
That was I said that and he took it from me. I said that was mine.
I guess a Twitch ban was actually beneficial for once. Yeah, so when is Hassan Piker's ban? Did that ever happen? I can't remember. But I love the Some Ordinary Gamer W here. Found this hilarious for some reason. I do not have beef with Asmongold. No hate to him. I don't watch his content. I just find it funny that he took someone else's...
You guys need to know that the most popular, I think the most popular thread on both YouTube, r/YouTube, and r/YouTube drama are both hate threads about me. It's actually insane. And they might have deleted one of them.
Content and is reacting to it and simultaneously has a thumbnail that says, We'll steal your work, okay? AKA stealing that same thumbnail and just adding his face to it. Yeah, but this video is 11 minutes. And this video is 36 minutes. And like I said, Asmongold is in a unique position where his audience is so large and so diverse that him reacting to a video actually does get it a lot more attention. And whatever creator he's reacting to. So like I said, please, Asmongold, react to my video, please. And he got more views in less time. Seriously, fuck people who do this.
People are
you know,
not
now
happy.
I'm curious, how much did it have before he uploaded his video?
I don't know.
Because if it
No
was
idea.
at like 100,000, Asmongold actually did him a huge favor. The
hard to
internet
say.
moves so fast that honestly, any video like this or like mine will just get lost to time at some point. And that point is usually like only a week or two. Ah, shit. Here we go. Destiny defends Asmongold's take on Israel-Palestine on Twitter and says Twitch is hypocritical for not banning Hassan.
It's
which is
crazy how, like, I mean, this shit has gone absolutely nuts. Because, like, now, like, I don't know where things stand now. Like, the shit, like, I'm not gonna cut. Destiny's having a good time right now. I don't know about that. I don't think he is. The revenge porn. I mean, here's the thing. Destiny has said a number of very mean things about me recently. We all know this. But these are still just accusations, and we should not treat them as if they are a fact. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And we should not condemn a man until the courts have decided. I'm sorry. That's it.
true.
Apparently,
oh, God.
one of the girls is what do you call it? One of the girls is suing him.
Here are the memes. Is this Destiny's redemption arc for what he said about that firefighter at the Trump
Yeah.
rally? Nah, this probably ain't gonna save him. Reasonable position no one wants to say out loud. Ah, yes, the classic alt-right Nazi delusion that everyone agrees with us. They're just keeping quiet about it. How is this exclusively an alt-right Nazi delusion? I see this shit on Reddit all the time.
This is the reason why people don't take any of the Nazi accusations seriously anymore. It's because people have overused, like, they're basically, you know, like in WoW, where like you polymorph somebody so many times that it just stops working. So, like, that's kind of like what's happened with words like Nazi and racist, and like also like communist and like socialist, other words too, right? There's like a diminishing return, and so it's like a crowd control effect. But now it's just been used so many times that the problem is like, and I think that here's the best example of this, a very contemporary recent example, is that one of the main guys from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 had somebody who had a picture of a Pepe the Frog with a Nazi symbol behind them with a badge on him that had a swastika on it, handing him a sheet of paper that said, "You're a Jew." And then this guy called that person a Nazi, and then everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh, here we go again. Calling anybody a Nazi, huh? Yeah, see, now he's doing it. Look at that. Oh, yeah, everybody that disagrees with me is a Nazi." Well, not every single one. But if you look at this one, maybe that's an example. And so I think that it has actually completely gone full circle to where people are now defending individuals that are actually trying to push beliefs that are, or like that even self-identify as a Nazi or like neo-Nazi or, you know, white supremacist. They're even like not taking that seriously now because of how much this word has been DR'd.
Asmongold sure takes great pride in getting canceled, huh?
Yeah.
Bro's a fucking cancel machine. When's my time again? Come on, Reddit, show me what you got. Asmongold when some one-follower account on Twitter says they dislike him. Oh my god, dude. I'm not even gonna read this shit out loud. I already read it in my head, but it's so cringe that I don't even want to say it. What are we on, r/fucking comics again? And guess what, boys? We are back on the subreddit that actually made a post about me. The YouTube comments under the Asmon apology today. Oh god, PDF file age are just a normalize. Check about me number.
Oh, this is a big problem. Like, YouTube has a huge problem with bot accounts, and like this was going on for like maybe another like a couple of months ago, is that we were dealing with a lot of comments where people kept trying to post like weird sexual videos in my comments. And I think that YouTube somehow was able to fix that and make it stop happening. But for a while, it was really, really bad.
Just because it is illegal doesn't mean it is morally wrong. Holy shit, this got 9 likes. But also, this is like very clearly a bot. Have we just never been on the internet before? Innuendo Studios said one of the core tenets of a fascist mindset is to never play defense, in case you wondered where the never apologize thing came from. Oh yeah, guys, it couldn't possibly have any other meaning than just being a fascist mindset. It's not like people lie about you on the internet or anything, ever. Oh look, we have a voice of reason. To be fair, the PDF comments are made by bots. They've infested every big channel. It's particularly bad on Critical's channel, and has been for over a year now. This is the power
We try to ban as many of these as we can, but it's really hard to get all of them.
Your brain, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get
it's
to
really
it.
hard.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it on that. And if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my description for all my links. And if you want me to see who Reddit hates next, leave that down in the comments too. But without further ado, on to our patrons. Thank you to our base gods, XX Schisms XX, and thank you to our base legends, CatDany, Yodu Imiya, and Triple X Medic, and thank you to our super base, Shadow Dial, Devin Dekron,
this video is pretty fair.
Redzi, Aziz DeGlue, Pim Tool, Joseph Miller, Zach Orange, and Peef Rimgar. And thank you to our base certified Crowbon, Joker Gaming, Nathan Quinn, Matthew M, Duop Diggy,
That's a lot of fucking people.
Green, Tom, Matthew Armstrong, Thomas Lehman,
I'll link you guys the video.
Arcturus
This is a good
51,
video.
Worm, Serbian Sickle 92, Terray, Turkey Dog, Easy Joe, Levy Velasco, Crow Eater 1836, Filler, Hilday, Joe Billy, Crocodilus, Wes, Snidler, Easy Joe, and Ka Ghosted. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, that was a good video. I feel like, again, Reddit always has these opinions about me because I do think that there are people that get banned in my chat. And then, like, they go and they turn it into, what do you call it? They get banned in my chat, and then they go on Reddit and complain about it. That's definitely what happens. Give me 1 second. I need to use the bathroom.